Howdy, folks. Today I'm going to do the movie review for the movie called The Raven with John Cusack and Lucas Evans. Alright, I'm done with that voice. But yeah, so I watched The Raven the other day with John Cusack and Lucas Evans, and I think those are like the only two major actors in it. And also the guy who plays Mr. Gibbs in Pirates of the Caribbean films, which isn't up here. But yeah, so The Raven is about John Cusack, who's Edgar Allan Poe. And Edgar Allan Poe has written tons and tons of stories about murder and blah, 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 death. And then a killer starts mimicking all the deaths he's ever written into actual murders. So Lucas Evans, who plays the police detective guy, hires Edgar Allan Poe to find the killer before the killer kills Edgar Allan Poe's fiancée. Can you imagine if I wore this face every time I went outside? I like, hi ladies! But the one thing I realized about this movie is John Cusack and Nicolas Cage kind of have the same acting persona, but John Cusack is 10 times better the actor. And I believe Wednesday I'm going to talk about Ghost Rider. Yeah. But anyways, so The Raven's pretty cool. It's pretty gory. There's a lot of blood scenes, and Edgar Allan Poe is pretty crazy. I think there's like a few funny scenes, and there's some parts that you're like, holy crap, what's going on? And then the killer will totally blow your mind because nobody thinks he's going to be him. And then it's like, what, that guy? Are you kidding me? Well, why? And then, I don't know, John Cusack, I mean, he's a pretty good actor. I like him. He's good. He's been in a lot of cool movies. He did that movie 2012, and that movie was kind of... It was Predator Mouth. That's what it was. But yeah, if you've ever heard or read any of the Edgar Allan Poe stuff, The Raven is a pretty cool movie. I mean, I don't know that much about Edgar Allan Poe movies, or I mean, stories or anything. I have like one book with him as a writer, but that's about it. But the movie was pretty good. Lucas Evans, he's a rising star. He's been in Clash of Titans and then that movie Immortals with Henry Cavill, the new Superman. And he's pretty cool. I like him. I want to see him in more movies. Him and John Cusack, they worked pretty well together, I have to say. And yeah, so I give... Did I rate? Yes. What do I rate The Raven? I rate it a 7 out of 10. Only because I'm not a big fan. Like, neither one of those actors, Lucas Evans or John Cusack, they're not one of my favorite actors of all time. I like them as actors, but they're not one of my favorites. So I'm a little biased. But then also, I don't know, the movie could have been more. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil anything about what happens to any of the characters. Except one guy dies, and I was like, no! Not him! No! And that's about it. So 7 out of 10 for The Raven, starring John Cusack and Lucas Evans. And I don't know who wrote it. I don't know who directed it. But that's about it. I don't have that much to say about this movie because, as I was saying, I just wasn't one of my favorites. It's not going to be up on the wall! I'll tell you that much. Stay tuned for... I'm going to do one more movie for today. A movie probably none of you have heard of. So stay tuned for that. What a thing!